guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Mo Crypto and welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. As you guys can tell, I'm not in my usual setup, and this is because I'm kind of in a transitional phase between having internet on some days and some days not having any internet. So it's more of a hybrid kind of situation that we're going through. But I still want to come on and give you guys a video today. We're going to be talking about Seletti.Ai. Obviously, the website is very clean. It's a brand new project, guys. So it's more of a do your own research kind of thing and jump in if you see this is a good fit for you. Uh, None of the information I give today is financial advice. Obviously, this is something that I feel like in DeFi, whenever you want to get into any project, you want to get in early because when you get in early, you benefit the most, right? So this goes with most of the projects that we talk about on this channel. Now, again, obviously, guys, none of the information is financial advice. If you guys want to jump in, use the link in my description, jump into the project, but do your own research first. But I'm here to guide you guys through the process. I do have some years of experience, so I can help you and educate you on some of the project details, and then you guys can decide whenever you're ready to jump into the project. Right now, I'm not going to be going over most of the stuff here because we've discussed it already. But essentially, this is a very cool system where they have 4 different plans. You decide to jump into one of the plans. Those plans offer you a specific return depending on the amount of money that you have deposited. You can always take your money out whenever you feel you want to take it out. It takes up to 35 days to withdraw your money out, but you can still grow your team. You can still earn a daily dividend. You can still compound it, or you can withdraw it and benefit from those rewards. There's low fees, transparency, diversification in the portfolio because they invest in multiple things. So they invest in, it's here somewhere. Let's see. Okay, so before getting into what they invest in, you see here the instant withdrawal section of the protocol. It says that you can withdraw your daily rewards back to your wallet in less than a minute, right? Seletti.Ai is compatible with popular Web3 wallets, but it's important to know that if you want to withdraw your entire stake, it would take you up to 35 days. But if you want to withdraw your daily dividends, you could do that in less than a minute or two. It goes straight to your wallet, whatever wallet you use to get into the project. Right? You can always refer and earn. If you guys want to jump into my team, the link is in the description as always. So far, total payouts, they have paid out over $300. There's 30 live users. We're going to be making an investment today, so I'm going to be depositing $50. And they launched on the 18th of October, so almost 2 weeks now. And they're slowly growing. This is something that I like. Like, they're slowly growing. There's not crazy activity, right? So this means that the project is most likely going to last a little bit of time. I'm thinking it's going to last a little while, so I'd rather get in now and have that opportunity to compound my earnings, hopefully get back my ROI, because obviously, guys, we've talked about this multiple times. You want to get back your ROI first and then play with house money, right? This is how the game is played in DeFi. Whether you know something's up with the project or not, you want to get your ROI. If a project looks bullish and it's going to last multiple years, you want to still get your ROI because it doesn't matter, it's going to last multiple years. You want to make sure you're playing safe into the project, right? What am I investing in? Okay, so when users invest in Seletti.Ai, they acquire a stake in one or more of our funds. So Seletti, they have a real estate fund, private real estate assets that acquire, identify, and manage the users on the user's behalf. They have alternate investment opportunities like Innovation Fund, which focuses on high growth, late stage tech companies. So they invest in real estate, they invest in tech companies, and then they have others that are, right? So by jumping into the project's DApp, we can figure out quickly what the investments can contribute to, right? So we have these 4 portfolios as I discussed already. So there's one that has 7.8% increase in the amount of stakes that are inside. So you can see here, the one that offers 0.5 daily interest, there's $1,300 invested in it. This one is basically a good alternative. It's a good alternative for an investor seeking diversification into all of Seletti.Ai's financial products with low risk portfolio. This one offers a different kind of return, which I don't understand exactly what this means, but it essentially has to do with interest rates. Many sponsors are facing liquidity shortfalls and are in need of near-term financing solutions. So there's a lot of people that are willing to loan that money So there's always an opportunity to fill that gap. Basically, it says here, this in turn has created a rare window of opportunity for well-capitalized investors willing to fill this gap and offer some of the most attractive risk-adjusted returns of the past 10 years. So essentially, this is going to go in real estate debt, private debt, bond asset security, and then public REIT equities. Okay, so this is basically what your money is contributing to. You're earning 0.7% on a daily basis. The flagship real estate fund, this one offers you almost 1%, so that's 0.9%. This one is built for rent, industrial, multifamily housing, and bond asset-backed securities. So everything is here outlined, guys. So all of the money that you're investing is basically outlining exactly where this money is going, right? And right now the TVL in here is 15,000. That's pretty cool. And then there's the innovation fund. The innovation fund is 1.25%, and I'm guessing a lot of people are not investing in this one because they want to see how the platform actually operates, and they want to see how well it's being managed for the first couple of months, and then slowly the money is going to come and roll back in. For myself, I'm going to dabble in the Slowly Growth Fund. This one is a mix of everything, right? So opportunistic credit fund, innovation fund, and flagship real estate. So it invests a little bit of everything, and essentially that is going to help me grow my bag, and then eventually when I have enough for the top one, I'm going to deposit some money in the 1.25% and then earn that daily dividend, right? So right now there's 30 active users, as we said before, and there's values of $25,000 staked into the platform. So that's pretty cool. So before we continue into the other things I want to talk about, we're going to go ahead and make our deposit, guys. So we're going to go ahead and put in $51. So guys, when we first talked about the project, we discussed how the Seletti.Ai protocol started with Ethereum mainnet because they feel like Ethereum has the most, how do I explain this? Like when you're talking about Ethereum, you're talking about safety because of the increased gas fees. There's a lot of people that just don't want to get in there if they don't feel like it's necessary, right? So it's not. There's less rugs. There's less problem. There's not less issues with the contract. Ethereum is just like that, right? Whereas in BSC and all the other chains, there's typically a bit more of that because there's more bots also. And the reason for that is because the gas fees are so low. So a lot of the hackers and whatnot, they can take advantage of those issues on those low gas fees blockchains. Now, a lot of the people that were interested in Solidity, they said that the most important thing for us is to get in at a low gas fees price. So they wanted to make it easy for a lot of people to get in. So they said, okay, you know what? We're going to just implement BSC. And that's what they did. And this is why we're able to deposit $51 right now with BNB gas fees instead of relying on the ETH gas fees that could go upwards of $10 in the bear market, right? So let's go ahead and do that deposit. Again, guys, this is going to be something that I'm slowly going to build passive income on, right? So I'm going to earn 0.5% on a daily basis. I'm not even earning 1% on a daily basis. But slowly, we're going to grind and we're going to DCA our position into here. And who knows, if this project is here in 6 months, then maybe our bag is going to be much bigger. We'll see, right? Go to home. Yeah, you guys can see over here, my balance increased to 51 USDT, right? And I'm going to have the option of either unstake all of my balance, which could take up to 35 days, or I could just reinvest it back in, depending on whatever it is. So obviously, not a lot of people are going to want to invest in this because it's low returns, which makes it more sustainable. And that's the way I think about it. But it's also a brand new project, and they're going to wait to see how it does. But for my $51, I'm going to get 25 cents per day. It's almost like it doesn't make sense for me to deposit this amount, right? Because I'm going to be getting 25 cents per day. But the reason why I'm doing this deposit is, first of all, because I want to make sure that the protocol is working fine. I want to make sure that every day I'm getting my dividends. And then maybe I'm going to have more confidence in the protocol that I'm going to be able and willing to deposit more into the project, right? If we refresh, you see here it got updated to 31 users. Since the time we discussed, there's a bit more money in the protocol, right? So we'll see, guys. We'll see. I mean, it might be worth it. It might not be worth it. But at least I'm jumping in early to make sure that it's working out as intended for the next few months. And if anything, I'm going to be adding more money in here. So one thing I'm loving about Seletti is that they're continuously updating the community on what's going on, right? So they're always posting some stuff. They have a discussion going on, so that's pretty cool. They keep posting all of the links because they want everybody to be informed about everything that's ongoing. There's this important point that I wanted to raise with everybody because it's something they posted which directly affects one of their funds into the protocol, right? So it says the Federal Reserve pauses interest rate hikes, which remains 5.25% to 5.5%. What does this mean for Seletti.Ai? The opportunistic credit fund is most impacted by the Federal Reserve's decision to maintain the current federal interest rates. Although unlikely, our analysis suggests that we may see at least one more rate hike before the end of the year due to the fact that inflation still exceeds 2% long-term target set by the Federal Reserves. We, Seletti.Ai, elect to leave our borrowing rates unchanged and continue to provide credit liquidity at market rates. So for them, they see that this is not something that's going to affect them. They're going to keep their borrowing rates the same way it has been set from the launch of the protocol. So that's pretty cool. The opportunistic credit fund will continue to yield 0.7% daily return for investors for the remainder of the year, and we will revise the conclusion of the fourth quarter of fiscal year 2023. So at the end of the year, they're going to be able to determine if there was any rate hikes that happened until the end of the year. Does it affect their protocol? How much money is invested? How much money is invested into the opportunistic credit fund? And they're going to be able to analyze what the protocol is able to do for the next quarter, which is the first quarter of 2024. And they're going to decide, right, we're going to be heading into the Bitcoin halving period. So a lot of things could happen, whether it's in financial markets or crypto markets. So we'll see how this goes, but at least they've put out a statement because a lot of people might be asking themselves, like, how is it affecting them, right? But they're saying that they're not going to change their yield. It's going to stay the same thing until there's more updates going on by the end of December. One last thing I wanted to talk about is that they currently are undergoing their CERTIC audit. And you guys know that a lot of the projects that we want to get into, we want to make sure they have an audit. I know that there's a few projects that have been discussed to me, and a lot of people want me to review them. But if they don't have an audit, it just doesn't give me that confidence, right? Obviously, a CERTIC audit, or any audit for that matter, is not that's the one thing that's going to save a project. I mean, they could still rug at the end of the day. But if the protocol is not willing to invest that money into an audit, it just makes me feel like they're not even caring about the project that much, and they're not going to succeed at the end of the day because they're going to let their investors go, or they're trying to hide something in the code because a lot of people don't want to look into the code and see what's going on, right? So to me, I'm happy that they're doing a CERTIC audit, which is usually top notch into the audit game of all these DeFi protocol dApps. So they're doing an audit. It was supposed to be finished by last week. It's not yet because they're almost finished. It's ongoing, 72%. There's a few things that have to be tweaked. The team is working on it, and that is going to be ready by this Wednesday, hopefully. So as soon as the audit is ready, we're going to go over the audit, make sure that everything is okay. But as I said, guys, so far the project is delivering what it's been saying that it's delivering. They want to make sure to really include real world with crypto. So this is something that they're investing in, hopefully long term. The one thing that I hope the project is going to think about in the future is to think of a way to prove to the community that whatever transactions they're saying they're actually doing, that they can provide some kind of proof. But a lot of these projects, they always say that they don't want to disclose any of that information because it's private to the company or whatever the case might be, right? So that's why I always move with a grain of salt, because I take these things with a grain of salt, because for me, it's still DeFi, right? At the end of the day, I always want to make sure that whatever I invest in, it's always risk capital, guys. Keep that in mind. Always risk capital. If you guys want to follow the protocol, you have to go ahead and join their Telegram Seletti community chat. I'm going to leave a link to that in the description. There's also the Twitter, the X platform, Seletti.Ai. So Seletti.Ai, it's all one word. You guys can follow them. There's low users, obviously, because they just started their project recently. They're those kind of projects, they always stealth launch and hope that the community picks it up. They don't want to make a huge hype around it. I just hope that the marketing continues, that all these influencers, all these content creators keeps talking about it, because we want this project to succeed long term. That's something that all of us want, right? If you guys go through their documents, all the information is here. You can navigate all that information, guys. Again, if you guys want to dabble, it's really a risky play, but it's a safe play because it's sustainable. But if you guys want to dabble, they have an audit coming. Once that audit is there, you guys can jump in. The link is going to be in the description of the video. I'm going to copy this link and put it there. And if you guys actually do use the link to jump in, let me know. I might give you some of that funds back that I get, because I do get some referral bonus. If you guys do jump in, let me know, and I'm gonna airdrop you something to your wallet. Maybe you can use that in the protocol, or you want to use that somewhere else. Right, guys, so thank you so much for listening to today's video. It's a Saturday, we're not in the office, but I still want to give you guys up to date with what's going on in DeFi. I'm thinking of doing a small rebrand. Now, I'm not just going to be talking about projects. I'm also going to be doing a series of getting started in crypto, because I want to get some fundamentals down, either for myself or for the community, to learn whatever they have to learn in a safe way for the crypto bull run that's coming up in 2024. So I'm going to be posting videos here and there. I'm going to put them in a special playlist. A lot of you guys might already be familiar with this stuff, but it's something that I feel like is going to be important for the new investor that's coming in 2024. So I want to be ahead of the game. Right, guys, so I hope you guys like the video. Make sure to comment down below if you have any questions, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.